Hello, Nicola and Luke. I'm Gretchen Polito
Hi,
from ABSCBN in the Philippines. So good to see you both.
nice to see
How are
you.
you?
Very good. How are you guys? The long wait is over. Bridgerton season 3 is finally coming out, and your characters, Colin and Penelope's love story, is at the center of it. How do you describe the season, and what can fans expect from the show?
Wow. There's a lot to get into. There's a lot to unpack. I feel like a running theme of the show this year is change, and it really felt like that for us. It feels like every time they sort of settle and find their way with each other, something then changes. Throw a curveball, and then we're on to the next section. So it's very romantic.
Yeah,
It's very intimate.
it's very sweet. I think it's very funny also. I think that's a
Yeah.
lot of the thing. The books are adapted from these gorgeous novels by Julia Quinn, and a thing that I think a lot of the fans of the books love is the rom-com element.
Yeah.
And the writers this season have interwoven that so beautifully and seamlessly into the narrative, and it was joyful for us to play those moments. But it's Bridgerton, so it's also very sexy,
Yeah.
very steamy, and very exciting.
Well, when Bridgerton first came out, it was during the height of the pandemic, and it
Yeah.
exploded. In the midst of all the chaos and uncertainty, the show brought so much joy and romantic excitement to all of us fans. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you
Oh
guys.
God, it's an honor, honestly.
Now let's talk about Colin and Penelope's glow up. Luke, can you tell us about Colin's transformation? Colin looked more dashing and ripped. How did you prepare for this? And Nicola, can you
Yeah.
share with us Nicola's glow up, how she evolved, her outfit, her hair, and her sultry transformation?
It was really fun to feel very collaborative with the different departments that sort of put the characters together. I worked with the costume designers and hair and makeup department to sort of transform Colin from this young boy, this younger brother that we'd seen in previous seasons, into, the man that he returns back from his travels. So it was really fun to have that process and feel like he's a completely different guy, but at the same time, emotionally,
Yeah.
he's still that young, sensitive guy
Still baby
underneath
boy.
that we need to sort of dig back up. So yeah, it was great fun.
Yeah, I think
But,
the same with Pen of like she gets this, physical transformation, aesthetic transformation, and she thinks like if I, have this sultry hair and I have these dresses, I'm gonna feel like a woman, but she's not done any work on herself internally in order to change. So she very quickly realizes that literally the aesthetic transformation is just that. It doesn't mean anything more or less. So their actual transformation, I feel like, happens as you watch the show and
Yeah.
them growing up and becoming who they're supposed to be.
But Luke, did you have to work extra hard, go to the gym, go on a diet for Colin to transform into season 3?
There was a fair bit that going into the new season, I essentially wanted him to come back and feel like he'd been on his gap year and he'd had this like wild experience, and he'd come back and grown up, and I actually really enjoyed the process of that, of just like diving in and creating this new version of the role. Yeah.
Well, I watched the first 4 episodes, and oh my gosh, the build up to the ending scene of episode 4, you too. I literally goosebumps. Now, without spoiling
Oh,
anything, can you
oh,
tell
that's
us
so
how
nice.
pivotal and important episode 4 is for Colin and Penelope? And is it true that you had an intimacy coach? What is an intimacy coach?
The intimacy coordinator it's a really interesting job, and I think some people misunderstand it. They think that they give us like moves to do, like it's a dance routine or something. It's not really that. It's about you feeling safe on set
Yeah.
and feeling, I think a lot of it was about feeling us being handed the reins in a sense and us feeling in control of what we were doing and having the agency to like make the scenes feel really real. So it's not like you put your hand here for this amount of time, you kiss for this long. It's not as prescriptive as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene was huge for us because I remember reading the book when I got cast all those years ago, and the carriage scene sticking out so much in my head. And then when we got to filming it, it felt there was a totally, you say
Yeah.
it always, but there was a really different energy on set
Totally.
that day.
Yeah.
And also a thing that we neglect to mention in that scene because it gets quite sexy is how gorgeous the writing is.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
really just, I think that's what this season really excels in, of being so romantic, like taking your breath away and going,
Yeah.
oh my God, I wish I felt like that, or I wish
Yeah.
someone felt like that about me. I love that scene so
Yeah.
much.
You guys are super close friends in real life. Did that make it easier or more awkward shooting those steamy kissing scenes and romantic love scenes?
I think initially the idea of it makes you think it's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
But actually, it's really nice to just feel comfortable and like do those scenes with a friend. I mean, I had like a couple of like more minor experiences with just like strangers that I'd met on the first day for those kind of scenes, and I can safely say it's I'm getting passionate about this. No, you just feel way more comfortable, and
Yeah.
it was nice to
'Cause
we could
it's-
communicate about it for like
Yeah.
months in the lead up to it, just being like, how you feeling? You know, it was great to sort of share that experience. And
It's
feel-
scary because it's so vulnerable. So you want to be with someone that's like not gonna laugh at you and not gonna,
Yeah.
and that you can talk about it with and go, isn't it mad we're doing this? But also we got to have a lot of say in what we wanted to do and what we didn't want to do, and that then I think makes the scenes feel a lot more real because we were in the driving seat for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay, you can answer this as Luke and Nicola or as Colin and Penelope. For fans watching this interview, do you recommend or advise friends turning into lovers, or is that a big no-no?
Oh, I think if it works, it's one of the best ways because I think if you know someone as friends first, you're not doing all the posturing you're maybe doing at the beginning of getting to know someone. You're trying to pretend to be really cool or super laid back. Like they know the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I feel like it would take a huge amount of, I'm trying not to say the word balls. What's the PC way to say? Courage.
Yes,
Courage.
there we go.
There we go. It would take a huge amount of courage to tell a friend that. I can't imagine it would be, because if you get rejected, you've
Changes
destroyed a
everything.
friendship.
Yeah.
Scary.
That's right.
So, yeah. Has to
What
be
about
right.
you, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has to be right. I think, and also you can go the other way. You can start, it can be this like passionate like lovers at the start, and you become friends.
Yeah.
So either way, I think it can work out. It's just about the specifics of an individual. Like,
Yeah. I think a friendship has to be a
partnership.
foundation, like you said, in any relationship.
Yeah.
For it to
That's right.
succeed. Because
Yeah.
if you're going to get old and grey together, you know, they say looks fade, but that stuff, that will
Friendship.
together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lady Whistledown is voiced by the one and only Julie Andrews. Nicola,
Yes.
have you met her?
No, I haven't. And I always say I wish I would, but then I would be so intimidated. She is such a true icon. That word gets thrown around a lot, but she really earns that title, and she elevates the show so much. When we watch the very first episode of season 1 and her voice comes out of the television, you're like, whoa, like it just, she's incredible, incredible.
For my final question, you have so many fans in the Philippines. Why should they not miss watching season 3? And can you please greet all your fans in the Philippines to watch Bridgerton season 3?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, I think there's so much to unpack. I feel like at the end of season 2, we've really kind of got into this like sort of frustrating knot that it would be that people just have to see how that unfolds, and then we just take off from there. We kind of get that resolve, and then we take off from there. So I'm really excited to share this with fans. We've seen, you know, most of the
it
show
now,
now, and we're over the moon with it. And I just hope people enjoy it as much as we did.
Oh yeah, we're so grateful to the Filipino fans for all they love. They show the show, and we're very grateful that they've been so patient and waiting. But yeah, we're super proud of it. We love it, and it's so romantic. It's so funny. It's so suspenseful. It's just got everything in it. We're biased, but we love it, and we hope you do too.
We love you guys, Nicola and Luke. Thank you so much. And so much love from all of us here in the Philippines. I hope you can come visit one of these
I
days.
would love to. Yeah,
We'll be
we
there.
hope so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Take care and congratulations.
Thank you so much.